Super Dave here with another Super Dave review. And welcome back to another Super Dave review. We're getting ready to take a look at a Mattel creation. Exclusive, that's right. Masterverse own Snout Spout. And wow, premium box, no plastic, if that's your thing or whatever. And this is the way he appeared in the Revolution series. So a Masterverse Revolution Snout Spout, looking incredible. Just take a look at that. Awesome artwork and just all the way around superb. So very cool. And on the top it says Masterverse. And there it is, the barcode on the bottom. But let's go ahead and open up and see what's inside here. And none other than a really cool artwork again of him marching forward. Full body there. Some really cool looking things in the background. But let's check out, moving that front part out of the way here for a moment. And then on the flip side of that card is a really cool backdrop of what looks to be Snake Men's lair with Slither, Lady Slither, and King Hiss, and some kind of throne back there. Man, wouldn't it be cool if we get some of these figures in Masterverse? That would be wicked. Awesome. And look at the spray coming out of the spout when you open it up all the way. He's spraying down some snake, putting out some fires and starting some of his own. Look at those glowing eyes there. So that is really cool backdrop. But then once you actually open up, there you have the figure within. So cool. And there's his little box with his accessories in it that he's standing on. So we're going to go ahead and unpack that, get everything unbuckled, and get him out of this cardboard prison right now. And here's a look at his little bio if you want to take a quick read of that. And first, taking a look at our Snout Spout and his accessories. You see that he comes with some piping and some hoses, two long and one little short one here, as well as a spray of water effect piece, two balled up fisted hands. So he comes with two sets of hands, open or like weapon holding, as well as the balled up fisted hands. And you see the axe that he's holding. And he has his snout, which has 1, 2, 3 hinged articulations. And we'll take a look at that articulation. But just look at this awesome figure. He is a behemoth, a huge Masterverse action figure that's looking epic, looking awesome, just looking amazing. And here he is. And I did forget to mention his backpack, which I have already attached to his back. You can see like the water levels drawn in that translucent plastic that's a part of this, and you can see that as well here on this backpack, which attaches to his chest armor. There's two peg holes in the backpack because there's pegs coming out of the chest armor, the back of the chest armor, so that you can attach those into the backpack securely. Awesome. So let's go ahead and equip the rest of these accessories and check them out. Alright, so to take a look at our Snout Spout, our heroic water blasting firefighter, we're going to go ahead and bring him on in here a little bit closer and just take a look at this behemoth. First thing that I will mention before we get into it, putting on his accessories, is there are no glowing eyes. If you'll look on the back though, there is a translucent opening window behind his helmet. And if you have a flashlight, you will be able to shine a light through that, even off camera, and get those eyes to glow. You could do that. You have some LED lights or something, you could definitely shine them through there, and you're going to be able to get those eyes to glow. See? Cool. So that does work, just so you are interested, but unfortunately there are no electronics attached to this dude. Alright, so first of all, let me go ahead and remove this axe from all of these horizontally hinged hands. And I see I equipped the fist on the back there because you can snap his handy dandy axe right there. You could either do it that way so that it shows, or you could attach it so that it goes downward, even though it looks like it's going to maybe get in the way of his leg a little bit here, but you can attach it back there either way. It'll work. Interesting to note that there is a hole in the top and the bottom, so I guess you could technically attach that hose to either the bottom or the top, either end here, so you could do that because of those holes. So I'm not sure what else there would be used for, but there's scarring on that blade, as you see. So really cool looking fireman's axe, really cool. All right, so you can see that I've already attached one of the hoses. You simply plug it into the backpack and around to the side of the belt. So let's go ahead and show you that. So let's go ahead and take this second hose, as you see, and we just plug it in underneath there, and then just bring it around to the front where there's a loop that will plug directly in to that peg on the belt. And that belt is removable, and so you can see back here underneath there is like a buckle, like the old style Masters Universe Classics and even vintage type buckle there that we're seeing on this Masterverse with classic inspirations, classic designs type Snout Spout. Now, there's also a hole here, so you could certainly attach one of these to this and have it go somewhere else if you would like. So you have some options there. You could plug one of these hoses, like for instance this piece could be plugged in here. Of course that one's a little too short to go around to the back, so I'm not sure, you might have to use one of the longer ones, but you could do it. And then I believe this one attaches right here to the top of this, and then it attaches to the back of his helmet like so. Really tight fit, so you have to kind of dig it in there, as well as this one, till they kind of pop in place flush. There we go. That way you can still move his helmet. Technically it's going to kind of push it down though, as you see, but it will go in there, and that is, I guess, supposed to feed his water from the tank through to his snout. And so let's go ahead and give that a try here, and we'll go ahead and plug this piece, which is the water effect piece, right into the snout, and there you have it. You have the spraying snout. So there's not a whole lot of length to that piece. I wish there was, several of these so that you could add links to it. I guess you'd have to buy more Snout Spouts to get those, because it looks like there's a hole there, but I don't know. No, not necessarily. It just kind of looks like it, but there's not. There's not a hole. I was like, that'd have been cool if they had put a hole there where you could keep extending them out, kind of like we did with Mechanex's neck, but not so lucky on that. But that really looks cool. Check that out. It means business. That's really cool looking. We could find some other clear plastic water effect type pieces that came with like a Mortal Kombat's, or even the ice type stuff that we could use to extend that. We'll see. But that is really cool, isn't it? Really neat. All right, so that pretty much explains his accessories. So let's go ahead now and check out our Snout Spout's articulation. All right, so to look at our Snout Spout's articulation, and you can really see if you have some overhead lighting how it's going to catch. See that glowing left eye there? Because see if I cover the back of that up right here, you can see. So you know it'll catch the light really cool. So it really looks neat when those eyes glow like that. It's really cool when it catches the light. But let's go ahead and take a look. Now I took the hoses off back here so it doesn't hinder, but you're going to be able to look up a good amount there with that head. You're going to be able to look down all the way. He also gets some excellent pivot there action going on. He's going to be able to look side to side, and take a look at this. The ears will go backwards and forwards. Go back all the way like that, and then they'll go forward all the way like that. So you got some articulation on the head. Even the tusks will turn in. You can turn them that way or turn them inward like that. So that's really cool there. And so there's just a lot of neat things that can be done with that. And then let's not forget, you have the ability to go side to side here with that snout, kind of like basically a hula hoop type action, up and down with that hinge, and rotate at that hinge. You're going to be able to rotate here and go up and down. You're not really going to be able to go as much. There's a little bit of a ball joint, more of the bigger barrel. Then this just basically is going to swivel and hinge, as well as this joint here, swivel, hinge. And then, oh wow, there is I missed one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is one at the very end. So cool. So there are 5 joints that swivel and hinge, which is going to really allow you to get, and being you can turn them at different angles, you're going to be able to get some really cool pose effect and maneuvering with that snout. That is really super cool. So you're going to be able to do a lot with that. So you're going to be able to have his head kind of angled the way you want to, and you can have that snout going way over here like so, or way over here like that, and just pose it any way you want to, which is really awesome. That's a first for Snout Spout. Really cool. You have these shoulder pads which are kind of snapped into our chest armor, kind of like we saw in the space outfit that came with Vykron, and they look very similar to the same ones that he came with. Matter of fact, they will pull out if you want them to right there. So we'll have to take a look at that as well. Might have to try to find those and see if they'll snap into there, because were they silver? I can't remember. But anyway, we'll look at that. Before we go to the rest of the articulation, I will mention that on this little dial here that looks like the level of the water or whatever, it will rotate all the way around. So that's cool. You can rotate that. So that's an articulation, of course. And then, of course, his arms will go all the way out to a T pose, and they will go 360. That shoulder pad will move out of the way, even though it may unbuckle the chest armor. You've got bicep swivel, double jointed. Nope, I'm wrong. He only has single jointed elbows on this guy. Interesting. About to say the wrong thing there. He has only single jointed elbows. Is that a first? I believe that is. That's a first. We only have single jointed elbows. What do you know about that? I had not noticed that till just now. He has single jointed elbows, but he also has a swivel at the elbow and at the bicep. So that's very interesting, really neat. And it actually looks pretty decent, as far as, you know, we've complained before about the double jointed elbows just really creating a break in the fluid motion look of the character as far as the aesthetics. But he's really got it going on there with that. It's really cool. If you like that, which I'm not sure, I haven't posed it around much yet to see if I'm going to miss that, but you have a really good diaphragm. Check this out. Full hula hoop. He's going to be able to crunch forward about that far And then he's going to be able to bend back a decent amount as well. And I believe, yep, he's got that real fluid turning at the diaphragm. You can turn him side to side, as well as at the waist. I do believe, yes, the waist. And see, this is a floating piece, so it's going up and down. And underneath there, you have kind of like the fireman's, you know, crisscross axis going on there. It's just really a crisscross there, which is cool. But that did unbuckle, so you see what I was talking about earlier about the buckle behind the backpack there. You can see it there, and all this is kind of a metallic silver, but we'll go ahead and buckle that back in place. So we don't have your traditional or typical loincloth there, but that can cover that up, or you could take that off and have it the other way. He does have the drop down method legs that we've been seeing since, I think, wave 11, I believe. He gets full splits there. Thigh rotation is also present. He does have double jointed knees, which are extremely tight, but they are present. He can go all the way back with those knees, and he has boot cut. His foot will go all the way tiptoes, just about all the way up, even though it's tight. Excellent ankle rockers with the peg hole in the bottom. So he has all of your Masterverse articulation, plus all of that head, really cool head articulation that he can deliver as well. So bravo, Mattel, with some awesome work for this Snout Spout. All right, now let's do some comparisons, as well as check him out with some other Masterverse figures. All right, full disclosure here, I do not actually have a Snout Spout, but I did get the Classics head pack. So I got the alternative head, which I thought was a lot cooler than the original Snout Spout head, me personally. But it has no articulation of the ears or the snout. It's pretty much static, other than, you know, the ability to turn it and bend it on the Classics. But that's actually Strong Ore. That's Strong Ore's body, and then I attached a cape to that. So kind of a, if you will, a custom-made Snout Spout with a metal arm that I've got designed here using Strong Ore, the Snout Spout head, which is the only thing that really belongs to Snout Spout here, and then that cape. So, but it will give you the idea, because, you know, Snout Spout probably shared a body with this guy because he is the same size as what Snout Spout would have been in the Classics. But look at very carefully at how much bigger this Snout Spout is to the Classics. It is a good inch taller, if not more. So to measure our Classic Snout Spout, we can see that he comes in right at the 7 inches there, and a little bit above, maybe 7 inches and a quarter if you measure at the tip of his ears. And then for our Masterverse Snout Spout, he measures in right at the 8-inch mark. We get right on it there, yeah, right at the 8-inch mark, and even a little taller if we go to the tips of the ears. So basically an inch taller than our Classics figure. So really cool, massive, and awesome, and improved, if you will, Snout Spout, in my opinion, with the hoses and the armor, which, like I say, again, I don't have all of the Snout Spout represented here in the Classics, but I like Strong Ore with that Snout Spout head. Just looks really cool to me. But anyway, there you have that comparison. Now to look at some other Masterverse figures. Here is Snout Spout standing beside our Revolution He-Man here on the right, as well as our new Eternia Buzz-Off with the Classics. There again, the head pack Buzz-Off head, which is my favorite way of displaying Buzz-Off there. But just take a look at how big and tall Snout Spout, about a ½ an inch taller than these 7-inch tall. Matter of fact, I think maybe, because they do look bigger, don't they? than the classics. Of course, I know that Snout Spout head gives him some height. But yeah, 7 inches exactly. And again, 8 inches here. So yeah, he is an inch taller even of the typical Masterverse figure. Now Buzz-Off's antennae go up a little higher there on this head. So you can see, you know, it reaches a little taller. But really awesome. Just take a look at there. I love the way these look together though. And here is our Snout Spout next to another behemoth. Our Masterverse New Eternia Ram Man, which I love this figure. And there's the McFarlane Captain Carrot, which I really like putting him in with my Masterverse. And hey, look, they look like they're about the same girth and size there, which is really cool. So they match up really good together. Maybe Captain Carrot and Snout Spout could be a team together. How about it? And just to show you this behemoth of a Masterverse figure alongside some other large and in charge Masterverse figures, here are 2 more Mattel Creation exclusive. Our Dark Lynn, who had become transformed into a muscle-bound warrior goddess after using the Sword of Power, as well as Motherboard herself, which definitely shined bright and clear in the Revolution cartoon and series that we saw on Netflix. Looking forward to getting that Hordak. Hordak will be awesome. The new Hordak that was in Revolution alongside this Motherboard. So you can just see how she still towers over. She's almost a 1/6 scale, you know, size almost. But that's 1/12 scale. Just she was that big. And but yes, Snout Spout is humongous. Cool. And that will do it today for our Masterverse review of the great and mighty Snout Spout Warrior. Thank you for joining us for this Super Dave review. Come back and see us again soon. Thank you for being patient. Had to take some time off from just social media in general, doing some fasting, seeking the Lord, also exercising this new year since January 1st. So not been prioritizing reviews as much, but still trying to get them in as I get Masterverse figures. Got the new wave on the way. Looking forward to doing those. Can't wait to see that Leech. That's going to be cool. So stay tuned. God bless you. Hope to see you soon. And stay blessed. And let's enjoy some photos in the photo gallery.